Hi, this is the Business Guy. So how do you start an LLC? And what do you do after you set up your LLC? And for that matter, what is an LLC? What are the benefits? We're going to go step by step on the 7 things you need to know to start your LLC. My team and I have filed over 62,000 LLCs for clients over the years. So once you've decided to proceed with forming your business as an LLC, there are a few steps you have to take to get to your goal. Step number 1, select your state. The first thing you have to do as an LLC owner is select the state in which you operate your LLC. For most new business owners, the most common option is to form the LLC in the state where you live. If your LLC will have a physical presence or employees in other states, you will need to register as a foreign LLC in each state where you plan on doing business. Now, there are many common situations where you might choose to form your LLC in a different state from where you live. A few states like Wyoming, which is our favorite, plus Delaware and Nevada, have business-friendly laws that may provide you better legal protection benefits than the state where you live. In fact, that's the option I choose. We simply need to file the LLC in a state such as Wyoming, and then we file what the state calls foreign qualification documents in the state or states where you'll operate your business. See our video on foreign qualification for more information. Step number 2, hit the like button so YouTube promotes this video. Okay, that really isn't step number 2, but I'd really appreciate it so YouTube promotes this video. And if you haven't already, you can click the subscribe button below so that when more videos come out like this one, you'll be up to date right away. Okay, step number 2, name your LLC. Now, after you've decided where to set up your business, it's time to choose a business name. Each state has different rules for business names, but in general, you can expect the following guidelines. The name must generally include the phrase limited liability company or the abbreviation LLC. The name cannot include words that could confuse your business with a government agency, FBI, Treasury, CIA, etc. Restricted words such as bank, attorney, university, or insurance may require a licensed person, such as a lawyer or insurance broker, to be part of your LLC. Step 3, choose a registered agent. Now, a registered agent is a person or other business that sends and receives legal documents on your behalf. Now, these documents can include a legal summons or document filings that your registered agent will receive and forward to you. Almost all states require you to use a registered agent, and the agent must be a resident of the state in which you're doing business or where your company is formed. It is best for privacy purposes that it is not you and that the location is not your personal residence. After all, you don't want some deranged customer banging on your bedroom window in the middle of the night. In fact, we provide registered agent services in all 50 states and many foreign countries, so you can call us if you need that service. Step number 4, file with the state. Your next step will be to register your LLC with the state in which you want to form it. In most states, the formation document is referred to as the Articles of Organization, but it can also be referred to as the Certificate of Formation or Certificate of Organization. This document, along with the state filing fee, is what officially creates your LLC. Now, depending on the state, it is essential to add the proper wording to your document in order for the state to accept it and for you to receive the maximum legal protection. Along with your certificates, you may also need to provide the following depending on the state: the full names and contact information for the managers of the LLC, the business's name. If your company has multiple addresses, you will need to determine a primary address. As an additional service, we also provide mail forwarding services in all 50 states as your registered agent. You'll also need to include the name and address of the registered agent. Again, this varies state to state. If you want to make sure your LLC is set up properly and professionally, feel free to contact our on-staff attorneys or consultants. Step number 5, determine your management structure. As an LLC, you have the ability to choose how your business is managed. You can have your company member managed, that is, managed by the owners, or manager managed, where it is managed by a manager who may or may not be a majority member. I often erroneously hear lay people referring to the member manager. Now, these are two different things. A member is an owner, a manager is one who manages the LLC, and this may or may not be the same person. Step number 6, create an LLC operating agreement. Now, an operating agreement is a very special legal document that outlines the ownership and organizational structure and membership and management roles in your LLC. Many states do not officially require an operating agreement, but if you want the maximum legal protection, it is extremely important. It can mean the difference between somebody suing you and you losing everything you own, or having the LLC protect you and the LLC assets from that lawsuit. Now, here are some of the sections of the operating agreement. Organization. This section outlines when and where the company was created, who the members are, and the ownership structure. Management and voting. This section addresses how the company is managed and how the decisions are made. Capital contributions. This is where you'll designate how much each member has contributed to the LLC and the possible future contributions. Distributions. This shows how the company's profits and losses are shared among the members. Dissolution. This section explains the circumstances under which the LLC may be dissolved. Now, we automatically provide an operating agreement to our clients when we form an LLC, and I believe this is the most protective operating agreement I've ever seen. Step number 7, get an EIN. An EIN, or an employer identification number, acts like a social security number for your LLC. You will need an EIN to hire employees and open business bank accounts. You can get an EIN for free from the IRS website or via fax or mail. See our video on applying for an EIN for your LLC. Some single-member LLCs can use your social security number as its EIN, but once you hire an employee or add another member, you'll need to get an EIN. Step number 8, if needed, file to do business in other states. If your business grows, it's likely that your LLC will ultimately conduct business across state lines. Therefore, as we discussed, you'll need to ensure your business is qualified in other states. After you're registered in your company's home state, your LLC needs to qualify in any state where it conducts significant business. Now, states define significant business differently. Generally, however, a physical office or employees require qualification. You'll need to familiarize yourself with the requirements for LLC qualifications for each state where you conduct business. In some states, it's actually a crime to do business without registering. So follow the rules and your LLC will be able to conduct business without breaking any laws. Call us and we'll help you do that. Okay, now, what do you do after starting your LLC? Now, after you've started, named and filed your LLC, and obtained your EIN, you still need to take care of a few things to get your LLC fully up and running. Open a bank account. You'll take your articles of organization, operating agreement, and EIN down to the bank. Tell them you want to open a bank account in the LLC's name, and they'll handle the rest. Set up taxes and unemployment insurance. In most states, you'll need to make sure to register your LLC with the state tax board. If you're selling a physical product, you'll need to register for sales and use tax. And if you have employees, you'll need to register with the state for unemployment insurance and withholding taxes in most states. So next, determine how you will do your accounting. You may choose to do it yourself, in which case you should research the best accounting software to help you keep track of everything. You'll eventually want to get a bookkeeper to help keep all the numbers straight so you can focus on running your business. We also recommend hiring a CPA to file your taxes. Next, acquire the necessary permits and licenses. If your business needs a permit or special license for any reason, now's the time to register for them. Certain business activities require permits at the federal level, such as certain alcoholic beverage sales, mining, drilling, transportation and logistics, and aviation. State and local rules around permits vary. Double check the hiring laws. Finally, make sure you are following hiring laws at both the federal and state levels. Now, these are the major requirements for hiring. Employees must be eligible to work in the U.S. You must report any new hires to the state. You must provide workers' comp insurance to employees, and you must withhold employees' taxes. You also must pay employees at least the minimum wage and as often as the state requires, weekly, bi-weekly, etc. Okay, let's pull the lens back a bit. What is an LLC? An LLC, or limited liability company, is a business structure that can shield business owners from personal liability for the company's debts or other liabilities. One can think of it as a hybrid entity that combines the benefits of a partnership or sole proprietorship with a lawsuit protection of a corporation. LLCs can be owned by one person or by multiple people, known as LLC members. An LLC provides protection from personal liability in most cases by keeping your personal assets, such as your vehicle, house, and savings, safe when someone sues your LLC. In addition, when somebody sues you personally, if properly established, the person suing you cannot take away your LLC from you or anything inside of it. In most states, you need to have 2 or more members to enjoy this particular benefit. Now that's one reason why we set up a lot of Wyoming LLCs, because Wyoming is one of only a few states where you only need 1 member for it to protect LLC assets from personal lawsuits. Now we've seen many, but not all judges apply the asset protection law from the state of filing. Now for tax purposes, LLCs are pass-through entities by default. So the profits and losses from the LLC are passed through the company to the members and taxed as personal income. The benefit of this is you don't have to pay corporate and personal taxes on your earnings. With more than 1 member, each owner pays personal income taxes on their portion of the profits. Alternatively, you can choose to have an LLC taxed as a C corporation or an S corporation by filing additional documents with the IRS. So an LLC is a very flexible business structure that can also protect assets from lawsuits. So what are the benefits of an LLC? Here are the main advantages. Personal asset protection. As long as you have not committed fraud or any criminal act as an LLC member, you are not personally liable for the LLC debts or lawsuits. Pass-through taxation. An LLC's profits go directly to the owners who report their share of the profits on their personal tax returns, so the business profits are only taxed once. In a C corporation, for example, profits from those dividends are subject to double taxation, meaning the business is taxed on the profits, and then again when the owners report their earnings from the business on their tax returns. Simplicity. LLCs are easy to create and maintain with little paperwork aside from the initial setup and few requirements such as annual director and shareholders meetings. Flexibility. LLCs have few restrictions regarding ownership and management of your company, meaning your business can be a single member or multi-member LLC, a member-managed LLC, or a manager-managed LLC. You can also choose the type of taxation that is beneficial for your business. Credibility. Forming your business as an LLC brings credibility as LLCs are widely recognized business structures that tell customers you are operating in a professional manner. Access to business loans. After forming your LLC, you can start building credit history, which will enable you to access business loans and lines of credit to help you further build your business, though I personally recommend minimizing business debt if any. Flexible profit distribution. You can choose how your LLC distributes profits to the owners. The distribution is not required to be equal among members or proportionate to ownership percentages. Key takeaway. You can form an LLC quickly and it has low maintenance requirements. The main benefits are tax flexibility and legal protection. If you want to set up an LLC, go ahead and give us a call or fill out a free consultation form at assetprotectionplanners.com. Please like, subscribe, and share this video. See you next time. This is The Business Guy.